Hello and welcome back to Intoxicus Flanging. My name's Graham, and as always, please remember to bring your towel. And today we are just doing, well, for this video, there might be another video today. We're doing like a quick channel update kind of thing. Lots been going on with me in my life. Just want to like keep you guys updated what's going on. Sure you guys have noticed lots of changes, like the logo, and now it's Intoxicus Flanging instead of gaming, etc. So obviously a lot wasn't working. I'm not really growing that much as a YouTube channel. I'm trying to figure this out. Everyone's got to figure out their own path with this, and that's something I've been picking up just watching and listening to YouTube and Twitch advice channels and streams and stuff. Is like everyone really needs to find their own path, and this isn't so much stated directly, but it's become clear to me that that path needs to be a reflection of the content creator's personality and who they are and their flange. And I haven't been doing that as well as I could have been. I've been holding back, and that was something I told myself I wouldn't do. And in thinking about it, I realized where I've been holding back is fear. I've been afraid because I'm not well known that people will misjudge me or make assumptions about me, and I'll get like shit on and made a pariah of just for misspeaking, even though I have the best of intentions, saying something incorrectly even though my intent was to help. So especially with the everything going on with the George Floyd uprisings and stuff, like if you watch my Twitter feed, I've been less cautious about political things, and I that's part of what's made me rethink this. Is like it made me realize I've been holding back, because it wasn't that many people, and like I got new followers to just bring me back up to where I was anyways really quickly. But it's just losing a handful of followers and then having new ones replace them. Not replace, that's bad phrasing. I didn't mean to phrase it like that. But having new followers just and then the numbers just back where it was in like no time at all is like, if those, it makes me think two things. I've got awesome fucking followers on Twitter that I lost so few. Thank you, all my followers on Twitter. You that stuck by. Fuck yeah, you're awesome. I love you. Thanks for not fucking off. But the people that left make me think there shouldn't have been so many people that unfollowed me, because I should have already been just flanging everything, social media, the channel, in such a way that people know who I am and what I represent and where I'm coming from, so that if there's anyone that have ideological disagreements, etc., they don't even go near me because they know better. I shouldn't say better than that, but you know what I mean. Like they should realize I'm not the content creator for them and that kind of thing. So, it's given me a lot to reflect on and think about, just in terms of like what I'm doing, what I want to do, how I want to accomplish it. And I really need to not be so afraid to just be myself. And that's the problem. And it was interesting because I had a friend compliment me and say, "You've been getting more confident." And that's definitely true, but I think it's more than just confidence. I think it's, also being like more practiced and having more experience and just getting better at public speaking. But also I think it's losing that fear of judgment, and that really is present. And, it's something in my life I've not wanted to admit to, being as human as everyone else on that, but, I'm just as human as everyone else. And I need to get over that and just flange from my heart, really, I guess. It just, in a gaming context, it seems weird to say, but it's like, there's things that I feel very strongly about in gaming. I've been gaming all my life, literally, apparently. My father tells me I've been gaming since the age of 2. I've been told I was playing Crystal Quest on a Mac. Sorry, I said that poorly. Crystal Quest on a Mac since age 2. I don't remember. I was fucking 2. So I'm going to take my dad's word for it, even though he's kind of a shitty person, but we're not going to talk about that. So the earliest game I remember playing, I don't know what age, is some Mac platformer game. Like, I have not been able to find out what it is. I might even be blurring memories, and it might not even have been a Mac game. It might have been a PC game for all I know. But what I remember is some Mac platformer game. It was in color. But yeah. Anyway, so I've been gaming all my life. I was playing Doom since it existed pretty much. I got my hands on the shareware. I was playing FPS games before Doom even existed. Not just Wolfenstein, like Blake Stone, Ken's Labyrinth. There's that one medieval magic one I can never remember the fucking name of. Some other ones I can't remember, but you know, I've been doing I was fucking with DOSBox as a child. Like that's the thing. I look back. I'm like, wait, was I fucking with DOS before I learned to read? Because I was fucking with DOS as early as I can remember, literally. And it was just I had to, because like, you know, if I wanted to play a game on the computer, my dad was kind of a dick, and he could be passive aggressive. So I had to figure it out for myself, because he wasn't going to go do it for me every fucking time I needed him to. So yeah, out of necessity, I had to learn DOS, and my dad didn't exactly teach me a lot of DOS either. I had to figure a lot of shit out for myself, and a lot of it was just by watching my dad, because I'd just sit there and watch him and be like, oh, okay, that's how it worked. So a lot of it wasn't even necessarily understanding the words I was typing, but just repeating what I saw. Anyways, the point is, I've been a gamer all my life. I'm very passionate about it. It's a huge part of my life. The big thing for me in games is gaming and storytelling, and game as an art. I love all games. Some games just aren't for me. But you know, even the less story-based games, I still respect and appreciate. But for me, where it really is story-based stuff. And yeah, so I mean, I grew up reading science fiction. Robert A. Heinlein's my favorite author. I read Stranger in a Strange Land when I was fucking 10 years old. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing this shit all my fucking life. As far as like gaming and science fiction and reading like adult level science fiction as a child, you know, that's been my life all my life. So, you know, it just makes sense to me to do this. I'm truly passionate about it. I really love it with all my heart. I really want to see gaming evolve into something that's more than just gaming. Especially when we start getting into VR and stuff. Gaming has so much potential to be more than just playing games for fun. And, you know, we're not really here to talk about that. We don't really have the time to get into that. I don't want to be more than 15 minutes with this video. So we won't really go into depth on that, but gaming has potential. I mean, educational games alone, make a case in point. I should almost just do a video talking about the future potential of games to be more than just entertainment. But yeah, there's so much I have to say and that I want to say and that I hope has a positive influence on gaming culture. And say what you will, but I really believe I have some unique viewpoints and opinions and thoughts that would benefit gaming as a whole potentially. Maybe I don't, and I just believe I do, but you know, I won't know for sure unless I try. And you know, that's I guess where I'm getting to or trying to say is like where I'm coming from is a place is like I want to help gaming culture. I want to be a benefit. So, like, you know, my inspirations are stuff like Digital Foundry, Spawnwave, Linus Tech Tips, Gamers Nexus. There's one YouTuber that's been an inspiration, but I can't really name them because they kind of turned out to be weird and hypocritical and not quite the person they put themselves out there to be. But it's a weird mixed bag with that person. I don't want to get too stuck on that. They still make content that has value and is interesting and shouldn't be ignored, but there's a lot of grain of salt with that too once you realize they don't live up to their professed values. And if anything on that note, it's a lesson in what I don't want to be and mistakes not to make with that person, because it's like they really take away from the value they have with the mistakes and hypocrisies they engage in. Anyways, so one final inspiration I'll mention to try and get past that little bit of a negative bad note there is Total Biscuit. He's one of the biggest inspirations. I didn't watch his like regular content and stuff as much as I wish I had, I just wasn't into YouTube back then like I am now, but like I really, really deeply respected Total Biscuit. And whenever he had something to say on an important controversial topic, I listened to him because he was objective. He used critical thinking. He didn't engage in logical fallacies. He called out logical fallacies. He called out bullshit in general, and he did it in a respectful manner where he wasn't doing it just to be a contrarian or to appeal to any bias or um, grouping or whatever. Like he did it just because that's who he was, and I don't want to say anything as crass or ridiculous as like I want to replace Total Biscuit. Fuck no, no one can. No one ever can. Perhaps I can attempt to emulate him in some ways, and I don't want to say something like fill his shoes, anything like that. Just banish such thoughts before they even come to your mind. No, that's not where I'm going. I want to be inspired by him to do my own thing with how he was successful doing his own thing in mind. And realizing that if he can do what he did and it worked and was successful and had a positive beneficial influence, I believe I can too. And like, yeah, I really feel like I have a lot of thoughts and opinions and viewpoints that just are not present enough or at all in gaming culture, especially since Total Biscuit passed. May he rest in peace. I'm not religious, but if there is souls or gods or anything like that, all blessings to him and everything. Yeah, it's just we need Total Biscuit. We need a voice like his, and maybe at best I can be a voice like his. I don't that's the most I'll say. Um, yeah, because just it feels awkward because like you know it's just no one can be Total Biscuit. Total Biscuit was a unique entity, and if I try to be him or any other YouTube creator that has inspired me or I really respect or appreciate, if I try and become exactly like any of them, I'm going to fuck up. And I need to be me and figure that out. And, with like all the changes and inconsistencies and shit like that, it's like, I'm figuring this out and it's taken me a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. The medical issues are more of an obstacle than I thought they would be. And, it's just, yeah, it's a lot to figure out and shit. And I'm doing my best to do so. And yeah, it can feel shitty right now being like low subscribers and views and followers, but what that tells me is I haven't figured it out and I need to change things. So until I figure it out, things gonna change until I get it figured out. So if you're like, why should she keep changing? I'm figuring it out still. So yeah, anyone that's stuck by and watched and supported and all that, so much love and respect to you. Thank you for sticking with me in these early days while I'm admittedly not very good at this because I'm still figuring it all out. I've definitely, from when I started to now, definitely huge improvements. So that just goes to show I am making improvements and more improvements will come. And just again, thank you so much if you've been sticking with me up to this point. My one Patreon supporter, there is a privacy issue that I want to respect. So that one Patreon supporter, thank you so much. Just oh my god, like that brought me to tears actually. Like yeah. And if you want to support me on Patreon, shit's not going to be optimal at first. It's going to take a while, but that's the thing. It's one of those like momentum things where the more momentum it gets, the more it flanges. So, it's yeah, it's one of those chicken or the egg things in a way where it's like, how do you get that momentum without having the momentum? And I just gotta stick through it and keep on flanging and keep on making changes until I figure out what works for me. And I want to end by saying thank you for being patient with things being try that again. Thank you for being patient with things being mediocre at times and constantly changing and not being as consistent as I want them to be and as they should be. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, thank you for sticking with me while things are being figured out and all that. Like, I don't even have words. Thank you. Even if you just subscribe and like almost never watch, just getting those numbers up to get me to 1,000 subs, every subscriber matters and helps and makes a difference. Thank you so much. Same with Twitch. Every follow, every view, right now is just means the world to me. Because of it's the beginning and it's been a slow beginning. So yeah, we're hitting the time limit, and just one more time, thank you and so much respect for supporting Intoxicus Flanging in these early kind of mediocre stages while things are being figured out and all that. I'm not going to really bother shilling anything. We're kind of over time anyways. Not going to shill Patreon or anything like that. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Oh, one last thing before I go. The Daily Flange is returning. I figure, even if it's not always the best content, it gets me creating content and it gets me practicing every day and it gets me doing iterations so I get better. So even if the daily flanges are kind of mediocre and not really hitting the mark I'm aiming for, at least I'm doing iterations and practicing and doing things. I think it's better than trying to do bigger videos occasionally. And there can be so much shit going on in gaming that, yeah, why not? It's just, I don't want to be another Spawn Wave. Yeah, we're totally going over time. I don't want to like copy Spawn Wave, and that's what I kind of got caught up on. Is I was copying Spawn Wave too much. I felt like I was just being like kind of doing what Spawn Wave does, and that's not what I want to do. I want to do. I want to flange like I flange, and I was flanging like Spawn Wave flanges, and I need to make adjustments like that because I do want to touch on more controversial political things and stuff like that. So I just need to not be afraid to do so. And also time, I got to work on getting my time straightened out. I go over time every fucking video, I swear. Yeah. Just before I let you go, thanks a ton again. One of these days I'll be smooth with that outro on the live editing flange. One of these days. Today's not that day. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.